Welcome to the Costa Property Podcast, the podcast that turns your dreams of owning a piece of paradise on the Costa del Sol into reality. I'm Warner Laurie, and I'm joined by my co-host and wife, Sandra Laurie.
Join us as we embark on navigating the ins and outs of real estate and relocation to this beautiful region.
We're not just about market trends, we're about sharing real-life experiences, because we know the struggle firsthand, and I've helped many people navigate this challenge also.
If you're dreaming of your perfect Costa del Sol home and want to get real, no-frills, expert advice, then you're absolutely in the right place. Join us each week as we share honest insights and information that will guide your journey. Let me ask you this. Are you really prepared to buy a property in Spain? Now, I'm not talking about finding the right house or villa. That's exciting, yes. But there's a key step that so many people overlook, and it's something that can completely derail your purchase if you don't have it sorted ahead of time. In this episode, I'll reveal how you can avoid being part of those frustrated buyers who misses out on their big dream home because they didn't plan things out properly. This is something you absolutely need to have in place before you can move forward with any financial transaction in Spain. And it's one of the first things we make sure our clients are prepared for. Stay tuned until the end, where we will share a resource that can help you tick all the boxes and take the guesswork out of buying your dream property on the Costa del Sol. But first, it's our Spanish word of the day. We're going to keep it nice, light and breezy. The Spanish word of the day today is Número, and that is the word for number. Let's go. We had a client not so long ago. Let's call him John. John was absolutely over the moon because he contacted us after doing some of his own searches online, and he felt that he had found his dream property, a villa, here on the Costa del Sol. But we actually had to put everything on hold for John, because he didn't have a crucial piece of the puzzle. He didn't have one piece of paperwork in place in order to progress and actually secure his dream property. Now, unfortunately, we had to take a few steps back and put everything on hold for a few weeks. And by the time that John actually had this piece of the puzzle, this piece of the cake sorted, someone else had actually made an offer on his dream property. It was incredibly disappointing. It was incredibly frustrating for him. But boy, oh boy, was it a lesson learned for John. And, you know, it's something that we ensure that is really, really the first on your list when it comes to starting your property search. You should do this thing even at research stage, as early as that, so that when you then move on to the research stage and you move into the selection of your properties, this piece of the puzzle is already done first and already existing and in place. Over the years, we've seen so many eager buyers coming to Spain thinking they've got everything covered, thinking they know their budget, they've looked into their finances, they know what they can afford, they really think that they've got X, Y and Z. But this isn't always the reality. So could you imagine finding your dream property, being ready to put down that deposit, going through all that hard work of really nailing your location, your property turns up, and then your plans are put on hold because of a simple thing that you could have done in advance. Just one thing. Now, this mistake is easily avoidable, and it's something we make sure our clients always have sorted right from the start, right from the beginning of their search. Because in my honest opinion, it's part of your first things first. It's one of those first critical key details that you need to do, that you need to start with in order for the rest of your property search to flow nice and easily. So what's this critical piece of the puzzle so many buyers overlook, I hear you all say? So this is actually called your NIE number, your Número de Identificación de Extranjeros, your foreigner's ID number in Spain. And without this number, without this critical piece of the puzzle, you can't legally buy a property in Spain. You can't actually open a bank account. You can't sign important contracts. You can't open your own business and become self-employed. It's a non-negotiable part of the process, and it's something that you need to do as one of the first things on your list. It's completely necessary because the NIE number is essentially your key to doing anything financial in Spain. It's not just for buying property. You need it for paying taxes. You will need it if you want to secure financing or obtain a mortgage to purchase your property. You need it for a host of things. Without it, it's necessary to identify you, and it's a number that will be attached to all of your important transactions in Spain. So you need to think about it first. I can't emphasize that enough. So how does one get an NIE number in Spain? So you can apply for it at the Spanish consulates, actually in your home country, if you want to get going now. Or you can apply for it when you get to Spain at your local police station. Now, that sounds really simple, but waiting times can be very long, especially if you go this route and you're not really sure how to navigate the process. And you also need to consider if you're applying during peak times of the year, like peak tourism times of the year, like summer period, for example, you will be waiting longer because in Spain, most things shut down during the month of August. It's the official holiday month, naturally due to the heat. So if you are intending to apply for your NIE number during that month of August, that's going to absolutely delay the process and it's going to take longer. Honestly, in my opinion, applying for it in your home consulate or at the local police station will make the process longer as well. Processing times absolutely vary. Sometimes it takes a few weeks. Sometimes it takes longer if there's delays. So you cannot afford to wait until the last minute for this critical part of your journey. We always recommend starting the application for your NIE process as early as you possibly can. So the simple answer here is be very proactive. And if you're serious about buying your property in Spain, your NIE number should come of one of the very first things, the very first transaction that you handle. This is one of the first steps that we make sure our clients take so that they can move forward without any issues and not end up, unfortunately, like John that we mentioned earlier. I tell every client, or we tell every single client, let's get your paperwork sorted super early so that we are ready when you find that right home. When you work with us, we make sure that you've got everything in place so that there are no surprises further down the line. Now, if you're not interested in applying for this number in your local consulate or in the local police station in Spain and navigating it alone, because I absolutely get that can feel overwhelming, particularly if you don't know the language. When we connect you with a lawyer that will support you to handle your property transaction, which if you've been following along, you'll also know is one of the first things that we do, they will support you with the application for your NIE process. Or if you're not there yet and you're just at the research stage, but that you absolutely know in your heart that this is one of your big dreams and you're going to pursue your goal of owning your property on the Costa del Sol, then you can absolutely connect with a relocation expert. We have featured 2 amazing relocation experts on this show. We would happily connect you with a relocation expert who will actually apply for the NIE number on your behalf or support you with the process. So there's a couple of things to think about there. For sure. We always talk about preparation and doing your due diligence. We absolutely always talk about being prepared and really preempting the steps that you need to take to avoid disappointment. So doing your due diligence is really key. So I would absolutely say that knowing that you need to obtain an NIE number as early as you possibly can in your journey and how you will go about that should be one of your first due diligence checks. It's very important. So we want you to be fully prepared when you're ready to buy a property in Spain. Absolutely. That's part of our mission. It's part of our goals and purpose and values of our business. Now, we have recently created a digital course Roadmap to Buying Your Costa del Sol Home. It's a comprehensive step-by-step guide that takes you through the entire process of buying a property on the Costa del Sol so that you don't actually miss anything important like your NIE number or other crucial steps. Obtaining your NIE number is one of the lessons in our course. This course is jam-packed with value. It has 28 lessons, 5 modules, plus a bonus, editable workbooks, tools that you can access. It's self-paced, so you can complete it in your own time and your own reference. And one of our clients that purchased it recently said that one of the things that she loved most about it is the fact that she can actually skip lessons that are potentially not relevant to her. For example, she didn't need to acquire a visa to support her property search, so she was able to skip that lesson and move on. Another one of our clients that purchased the course recently spoke to us about the fact that they have the course for life. So if you're not ready to purchase it, if you're not ready to purchase your dream property today, but you're on the research stage, the course is still absolutely right for you because it will help you prepare mentally and it will help you to make your plan, your roadmap of all of the things that you need to think about to get ready to make your dream a reality. The course will show you exactly what you need to do, from getting your paperwork in order to finding the perfect property, to finding the perfect location for you, to securing the financing that you need, if that's the path for you, to closing the deal. No guesswork. We take all of the guesswork out of this for you in this self-paced course. And I stand over the fact that it is the most comprehensive course out there to support you if you're purchasing a property on the Costa del Sol or if you're researching purchasing a property on the Costa del Sol. So if you're serious about making your dream of owning a property in the Costa del Sol or in Spain a reality, this resource is for you. Head to the link in the show notes to learn more about the course itself. And if you've any quick questions or just want to chat, absolutely drop me a message on WhatsApp. The link is right here too. I'm always delighted to support with any questions that you may have that will make your dream a reality and make your search easier. So let's quickly recap on what we've actually covered today. We've talked about one of the most crucial yet overlooked steps in the property buying process here in Spain, your NIE number. Now, without it, remember this, you can't legally move forward with buying your property on the Costa del Sol. And as we've seen, too many buyers come unprepared and face frustrating delays because they identify their property first without obtaining their NIE number. It's the other way around. The NIE number comes before selecting the property. Now, remember, getting your NIE number should be one of the first things that you do to make sure that you're ready when it comes to purchasing your dream home on the Costa del Sol. It's a small step that can really make all of the difference, believe me. And at WL Costa Properties, we make sure our clients have everything in place to avoid any unnecessary setbacks further down the line. Now, if you're serious about buying your property in Spain and want to make sure that you're really ticking all the right boxes, don't miss out on my exclusive course, the roadmap to buying your Costa del Sol home. It's designed to take the guesswork out of the process and give you step-by-step guidance from securing your NIE number to sealing that deal on your dream property. Head to the show notes for the link for the course. Thanks again for listening to the Costa Property Podcast, and until next time, hasta luego. Thank you so much for listening into today's episode on the Costa Property Podcast. Another fantastic episode learning about the highs and lows of relocating to the Costa del Sol from real people who have been through the journey themselves, and of course our wonderful experts. If you have been enjoying the show so far, remember to hit subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating or review.
We absolutely love hearing your thoughts. Please send any questions that you would like us to answer on the show to warner@wlcostaproperties.net. Or you can pop us a message on our socials, which are in the show notes. Remember, you can also visit the website, www.wlcostaproperties.net.
See you on the next episode, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.